What is up, everyone? Nick D'Angelo here with the Health, Wealth, and Legacy Show. I wanted to take a minute today and talk to you about a very specific moment in time. This moment in time was the aha moment for me. It was where everything clicked about what I should be doing, where I should be spending my time, the benefits of what I was passionate about, the investment models that worked, the ones that didn't, how I should be spending my time and how I shouldn't, okay? And that was in the three categories of health, wealth, and legacy. That exact moment took place, it was 2018, and I was in the middle of an escrow for my company. I had worked for 6-7 years nonstop, essentially 100-hour weeks. I was killing myself. I was working myself to the bone. I loved it. The truth is, I absolutely loved it. I could not imagine doing anything else. I loved my day-to-day. It was exciting. It was fun. It was a very fast-paced industry. It required constant upgrading of business plans, of strategies, etc. Our marketing was, very exciting. It was fun, very exciting. We had a team of 40 something. To me, that was massive at that point in time. I could have never envisioned something bigger than that. We had a marketing budget of 6 figures a month that we were just killing. Just the sales were through the roof. Things were ramping up. We had multiple locations. It was a really, really fun, exciting time, but it reached a breaking point. And while it was fun at that time, it really wasn't sustainable. And every single area of my life literally suffered and hit a wall in one moment. And that wall was in the middle of escrow selling this business. My stress level had reached an absolute plateau. My health had reached an absolute, a low point. My health had, in every category, I was terrible. I was sleeping very poorly, only a couple hours a night, 3-4 hours a night max. My energy was terrible. I was chugging caffeine constantly to keep this going, to keep the party going of just getting more and more work done, to ramp up, to make sure those sales keep going up through the roof during this escrow period, to make sure everything was on track. Every detail I wanted perfect. I wanted it to be the most easy escrow anyone's ever been through, and I was going to put it on my back to do so. So basically, my health was suffering. And the absolute turning point of that was something where I found there was a situation that shouldn't have been there. I found a lump somewhere that should not have existed. I thought instantly the worst. I was like, this is cancer. This is, et cetera. I'm going to die. That's what I thought, because I knew health was always a passion for me the majority of my life, and I knew I had not been living it. And so I reached a point where it was so bad. I knew there was a better way. I just didn't know what. I didn't know how to be successful and, be making good money and be providing a good life for my future family, my future heirs, and future everything. And I didn't know how to do that without doing this. So I actually had to literally go and educate myself and learn how to do that. And that was a huge moment. But that moment in escrow was the absolute worst my health has been in my adult life, period. The next is my wealth. I was making a ton of money, a lot of money, but I was paying for it. I was paying for it in other areas. I had no friendships. I had no relationship with my family. Okay. My professional relationships were all that I had. Even my dating life, my long-term partner, I thought I was going to marry. I thought we were going to be together forever. The relationship was over. It was killed by the business, period. And I chose the business. I chose to move forward confidently with my business and with my passion over that relationship. But I gave that up, and that was a very difficult thing at that point in time. And then legacy, I couldn't even think about legacy. I couldn't even think about it. I was so wrapped up in that moment because the business was doing good, but there was times it wasn't doing good. And it was such a roller coaster, and it was so difficult at different moments that I couldn't imagine anything beyond just making sure it survived and making sure it was all going the right direction and making sure that was the case. And it was brutal. It really was brutal. So there was no legacy. It was just, Nick in the office working himself to death. His health was failing. His relationships, his wealth was failing also at many different points. But the absolute aha moment that I'm talking about was right before the escrow, when I woke up one morning and I evaluated the business and just said my heart, my soul, and everything aren't in this because of the price I'm having to pay. There has to be a better way. Aha, there has to be a better way. And that aha moment was that I was smart enough at a different point earlier, lucky enough in a way, because these opportunities were something I didn't know how to search for. I was in the right place at the right time, and then was smart enough to recognize that. But it was luck that these came across. But it was a number of real estate deals. It was a unique investment model of investing into zoning changes of cities that were changing zoning all across my state of California. And I looked at this opportunity. I got together with some of the high net worth, wealthy individuals that I was lucky enough to be friends with. And I just said, guys, this is a snapshot in time, This is one moment that we have to go after this. The cities are changing all their zoning. They're allowing all kinds of new uses. We took land and made it into, I think, 83 condo units in one city. We switched zoning from industrial to a higher value in multiple other cities. So I raised that money and we moved forward on that. And I thought it would be easy. Oh yeah, real estate, that's the hands-off investment, right? That's the way that you do this, is you make money and then invest in real estate and it does all the work for you. I was extremely wrong, okay? I was extremely wrong, but we did put in the time. We built a small team around that, and we had a very successful ability to squeeze massive returns out of that. So I woke up one morning and I'm running my other business and I'm running myself to death, and my health is failing and I'm in pain. My body hurts every day. My mind's fuzzy. I'm chugging caffeine. I'm drinking alcohol to calm down and calm my nerves. Is the whole everything, not sleeping, no recovery, never taking a break, right? And I analyzed my income. I analyzed my net worth. And I realized very clearly that 90% of my effort was going to a business that was not making me the most money, okay? The most money was coming from real estate. So once I realized that, I started going, wait a second. I need to do the math. The math on my time, how much time I spend towards something versus how much I make per hour doing each. And the real estate and the investments and the model that we built there and the team that we built there was astronomically better than the other business that I was spending 90% of my time on. So it was clear. That was an aha moment. I could never go back once I realized that. And I literally poured into the 3 topics of health, wealth, and legacy. At that point, I instantly knew that there had to be a better way. And the real estate moment was the aha for me, and changing to that investment model. So we aggressively shifted courses to a sale model of that business. And that's the reason that we're here today, and the reason that we're doing what we are today was that aha moment, to take those funds, go full-time into real estate, and then those wealthy individuals that we were smart enough and lucky enough and to be friends with and to invest with and to learn from also, because they're mentors also. We were lucky enough to transition to do that full time. So we're doing that today. I'm living my dream. I'm living my passion. I'm extremely excited to do that every day. And that is my aha moment. There was not a more defining moment in my life to say, hey, I need to focus on the 3 things that are the most important to me. My health. I needed to get that back on track. I needed to be able to get enough sleep. I needed to be able to eat healthy, to not have to chug caffeine to get through my days, where I'm excited naturally to do what I want to do and to live my passion. Wealth. I want wealth. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to get rich quick. I don't want to work 100 hours a week in order to make a few bucks, in order to feel good and to look at my payroll, my paycheck, and then never be able to spend it and never be able to have a good time. I want to be able to enjoy my life. So that's what wealth is to me. And that's really important. And that's something that I build into my life on a regular basis now. And then legacy. I have kids now. I didn't have kids at that point in time, and I couldn't have kids at that point in time. There's no way my life would have supported that without me being a really bad father for the way that I define it. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy to say I'm very involved with my family. I've reconnected with my family, my extended family, my kid. I'm really excited. I have another on the way, with my partner, with my relationships, with my friendships, with everything. So There's a different way, there's a better way, and I wanted to share my aha moment and what that means to me. And also, since then, we've been able to do fun things like philanthropy and you know, planning for future generations and planning the legacy moves, the things that make the world a better place from our actions. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Cheers. Check out this view one more time in beautiful Snowbird, Utah. I am amazed at what I'm looking at. It feels like I'm in a painting. So I hope you all have a great day, and like, subscribe, and then also leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to see more of, any topics you want covered, any questions you might have from this video. Cheers.